What's up, everyone? My name is Richard, and I welcome you all to our very first smartphone review show brought to you by Tom Harris Cellular. With over 47 locations and expanding across British Columbia and Alberta, Tom Harris Cellular is the largest TELUS and Koodo dealership across Canada and is your go-to place when it comes to the latest and greatest smartphones, phone accessories, TELUS Optic TV and Internet, mobile security solutions for your small, medium, and large businesses, satellite phones, fleet tracking solutions, and many, many more. To know more about Tom Harris Cellular's awesome services, you may visit their website at the link below, or you may call these numbers during office hours. On this video, we'll have our first look at the all-new LG G7 ThinQ. This is one of LG's flagship phones for this year, and there is some impressive stuff that this phone has to offer. I will also discuss to you some great promotions going on if you pre-order the LG G7 in just a bit. Let's talk about what's under the hood of the LG G7 ThinQ. It sports 4 gigs of RAM and has a storage capacity of 64 gigs, which is expandable by using a micro SD card for up to 2 terabytes. It uses the latest Qualcomm Snapdragon 845 processor and comes with Android Oreo or 8.0 out of the box. LG has promised, though, that it will be updated to Android 8.1 and Android P later. It has a non-removable 3000 mAh battery, which should last you a full day with regular use. The LG G7 ThinQ overall has a great and seamless design. It has Gorilla Glass 5 on the front and the back of the phone. The phone also has an IP68 water resistance rating and is military standard 810G compliant. This means that the phone was tested through military standards for its endurance to extreme conditions such as heat, moisture, and drops. But of course, it is not recommended that you put your phone into such extreme conditions, and please, if you're concerned about scratches, dings, or even breaking your phone, get a case, a screen protector, or even an extended warranty for your peace of mind. The screen size is at 6.1 inches and has an 18:9 aspect ratio, and if you use the notch, the aspect ratio will be at 19.5:9. Speaking of the notch, LG calls it as the second screen, which displays some familiar icons like the battery, cell signal, Bluetooth, and many more. If you're not a fan of the notch, you can always change it in the settings to hide it or to change its color depending on your preference. LG has decided to use an IPS LCD screen on the LG G7, which has a resolution of 3120 by 1440 and supports true HDR10 for those crisp and stunning images. It also has this neat feature called Super Bright, wherein you can bump up the screen brightness up to 1000 nits for a few minutes. On the right side of the phone, you will see the power button, and on the other side are the volume buttons and the dedicated Google Assistant button. At the bottom, you would see the speaker, USB Type-C, which by the way supports the Quick Charge 3.0 technology, and yep, you're right, a headphone jack. The LG G7 ThinQ sports two 16-megapixel rear cameras. The first one has an aperture of f1.6, has optical image stabilization or OIS to reduce shakiness when taking videos, and LDAF or laser detection autofocus. The second shooter has an f1.9 aperture and is mainly used for those wide-angle shots, which is great for landscape photography and group shots. In photography, the lower the aperture or f number, the more light passes through the lens and onto the image sensor. This means that you can have a brighter image even on low light situations. The phone can also record up to 4K UHD videos at 60 frames per second. You can choose different modes like food, panorama, slow-mo, and many other great camera features. The front-facing camera has 8 megapixels and has an aperture of f1.9 and can record videos up to 1080p HD. Like most of the flagship phones released this year, LG has also integrated portrait mode and AR technology into the G7. You can add bokeh or background blur to your selfies or portrait shots to have that awesome depth of field. If you enable the AI cam, the phone will try to figure out the type of object or thing that you're focusing on, and it will give recommendations and even adjust the brightness, saturation, and focus for you. You can actually see on the screen that the AI is trying to identify the object before taking that shot. This year's flagship introduces the boombox speaker, wherein the phone uses its inner space to be a resonance chamber to increase the bass and volume whenever you're watching videos or listening to music. LG did not retain the headphone jack for no reason at all. Those who have high-quality wired headphones can enjoy the DTS-X 3D surround sound for that sensational and 7.1 channel surround sound experience. Overall, I think LG has made a very solid device that is on par of the current flagship devices from other smartphone makers. We will definitely see its true performance once we do a full-on review of the device and maybe compare it with other high-end devices that are currently in the market. Thank you so much guys for watching, and if you've liked this video, please give it a thumbs up and please subscribe to our channel.